Hey, good evening, everybody.
What's
going on, everybody?
Hello.
What a do, podcast crew?
Hello. Welcome into another episode of We Don't Give a Flip podcast, where reselling meets humor and the flips never stop. I'm joined by my wife, Amanda. I am Bob. We are the Rocket City Resellers. We are joined by two of the most powerful couples in reselling today, West Virginia Panhandle Pickers, Sean and Mel, and also Gulf Coast Pickers, Ryan and Christine. How's everybody doing today?
I feel like we're always last. Why are we always going to be last?
I did you first last week, actually. Go back to the footage there.
Yeah, calm down. Man.
It's whenever Sean says it. He always
Bob, you're doing a great job. No, you got no problems with me at all. Just don't worry about it. I appreciate you, Bob.
Putting us last.
I appreciate you, Bob. Yeah.
You know, I'm on vacation.
Enemies when you got friends like Sean.
Yeah.
I know we were the ones with our name misspelled.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Bob, your name was spelled right. Mine wasn't for the longest time. So
reading and spelling are fundamental.
At least your name gets pronounced right. Ours doesn't. It's always Rocket City.
Oh no, ours doesn't get pronounced right, does it? Does it?
Oh, I forgot about that.
We're the West Virginia Panhandle Picklers.
Picklers.
So
Picklers.
that one right there called us that the other night.
No, but somebody else did in the show.
Jeff?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Ryan, can you see chat for YouTube? Just curious. Real technical question.
I don't have any chat over here
I
on
don't
our
see
end.
no chat. I don't see.
Does that mean nobody's here?
I don't know if we're.
You check YouTube, see what's going on that side.
Oh, are we live all this time?
That would be unfortunate if we weren't live when we are. So
It shows
We
we're
got to
live.
redo. Remember everything you just said? We got to redo it again.
Been there, done that.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. We're
All right,
live.
thanks. Thank you. All right. Well, today's episode we have Ruth Ann, 4seasonspicker, on, and we can't wait to speak to her. But before we do that, how's everybody's week in reselling? Anything new, exciting?
Ryan, go first.
I don't resell, so I don't know.
How's the
I
train?
don't know what you guys are talking about.
Hey,
Just so you know,
What kind of podcast is this? I think I'm in the wrong podcast.
Listen, Ben, bro, we know that you resell.
It's been a steady week.
Yes.
Steady, yeah.
Steady week.
Good.
You had a good show this morning.
Yes, I did.
Train was good, I think. Some new sellers on there.
Yeah.
Other than that, we got a vintage kids baby clothes show on Sunday at 1:00 Eastern.
I wish I
How
could
did
go
about
host
that?
and wear my shirt.
Huh?
I said we should go host so we can wear our shirts too.
Our Apex Jeff
I
shirts.
can't wait for Jeff.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Do you have any
yeah,
baby clothes?
Sean, did you get one?
What's that?
Do you have any baby clothes shirts from Jeff?
No.
No.
Oh, we should reach out and get him to mail him one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
We
going to
need to do
happen.
that. See if he has any.
You probably can make your own actually if he sends you the graphic. You have all the stuff to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
Cool.
So how about you guys, West Virginia Panhandle Pickers?
Oh,
I feel like we're a little bit behind. We were out of town, so we were able to hit a couple yard sales while we were out of town. There really isn't much going on back in Pennsylvania, so
you kind of fell out of the loop for a little bit going on vacation. You know what I mean? You kind of fall into that little lull when you come back and trying to get back into a routine because you've sort of lapsed for a few days and then bam, now you're kind of no, because it's a lot of stuff to get behind the scenes that we have to do to prepare for these shows. So
We struggle
Is Ruth
too.
Ann eating a banana? She sure is.
The perfect time to introduce Ruth into the
bring her on. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Damn, with the
There
banana.
she is. 4seasonspicker.
Yeah.
The greatest of all
Right.
time to do this.
Well, have a great night, guys. I'm going to bed. Ruth Ann, great talking to you, buddy. See you in Nashville, maybe.
If you had anything to offer.
I'm sorry, Sean. I just couldn't help it.
Hey, Ruth Ann,
Love it.
Ruth Ann, the only issue is I can screenshot your clip and we're going to be on a pillow together next year for Nashville.
Yes.
That's going to be
Double-sided
the thing.
pillow.
Yep.
Yep.
I tell you what, about 45 minutes ago, I said to Pete, oh my gosh, I forgot a banana. I got to go to the store and get a banana.
That's fantastic.
That is
Love
commitment.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
God.
going to be the new prerequisite. You have to come in deep throat a banana.
I don't even like bananas that well, but I had to.
Oh,
The
that was
comedic
good.
value alone.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to get that trend going on my whatnot
This is why
shows, guys,
skeletons
okay?
have to
Come on.
stay in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nice hair color. Nice hair color, Amanda.
Oh, thanks. I like to go dark for the fall, so it's starting.
We're
Yeah.
getting ready for back to school here in Alabama. I know it's early for a lot of folks
Yeah.
up north, but here in the South, we start early.
Start Monday.
Yeah.
Start Monday.
August
Yeah.
15th.
Are you
Monday?
serious?
Yeah, they start
Monday?
with-
Yeah,
We started
Wait,
We
early.
start next Monday.
We start
11th.
Monday because we are out in May.
Yeah,
Like
we're out
halfway
early
through, like
too.
May
Our
21st.
kids
we're
are
done.
the 19th, I believe.
19th, and then everything in Virginia is after Labor Day.
Yeah.
That's how it is when we were younger in Connecticut. It
Oh.
was always after Labor Day, but yeah.
We
Which
gotta
is
get up
why
an hour
Caleb is young.
earlier.
Yeah.
We
Not
barely
really.
even know a kid around here. We have 4 grandchildren, but they're all far away. So we absolutely don't even know any kids here. So
Mhm.
our last kid just graduated that we are good friends with, and she's heading off to college, and now we're basically kidless. So
We will be next year.
Hey, more
Yeah,
travel,
that'd be
right?
weird.
Yeah.
yeah, I just mean that. I mean, we haven't had kids forever. My oldest is 39 and 36, but I mean, even kids that we know, we don't even have any kids now that we know. Everybody's grown and gone. We don't have anybody to go to the school to watch or anything like that now. So
Yeah.
we've kind of cycled right out of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Where are some of your children? Like what locations are they in?
my oldest daughter lives in Idaho. She and her husband are career military, so they are in their last year of military service.
Are they going to renew?
I think they've been in about 21 years now.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
What branch?
Air Force.
Air
Air
Force.
Force.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
good. It's been good for them. They've
Nice.
got to travel the world. They lived in London for a little over 4 years, I think, and Texas, Alaska. Now they're in Idaho, and it's been good for them. It's obviously hard on family life. If you haven't experienced career military, you haven't experienced loneliness from your children. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
but so where can do I have to have my phone on to see chat, or maybe you don't even want me watching chat?
No, if you on the
I will
right hand
pop
side,
it.
if you go to comments,
Yeah, on the side of your right side of your screen, it'll say comments in the top right. You click on that, and it'll show everything.
And then once in a while, Christine will take and pull
Yeah, I'll pop it up.
Okay.
it up. So in case there's questions or comments, you can see it as well.
Okay.
Chat was like 8 minutes late tonight. We want to let everybody know about that.
Everybody's
Our-
swallowing their dinner.
our 8 subscribers. No, just kidding.
That's okay. Hey, we got to
Please
start
subscribe.
somewhere. We
Yeah,
appreciate
we gotta
everyone
start
being
somewhere.
here.
Yeah,
Well, I appreciate
exactly.
everybody coming in late because you missed Ruth Ann's entry. Thank you very much.
Catch it on the replay
You
though.
can catch it on the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't miss-
Replay,
don't miss the
no
clip.
I'm sure that'll be short.
Hashtag. That's our clip tonight.
Anyway, I don't want to.
Tomorrow.
I don't want to forget my youngest girl. She lives right here in the town that I live in.
Okay.
She's 36.
Okay.
So, and then I have 2 grandchildren. They are both in Idaho. My oldest is about to turn 18 in September. My youngest grandchild is 16. And then my partner's grandchildren are just about exactly the same age. So, and they live in California.
Okay.
So we have kids. Our kids are spread all over, except for Danielle lives right here in the same town I do. So
Well, that's helpful. At least she's there to help with your mom.
yeah,
Supportive
yeah.
in that way for
She
you.
helps with my mom as much as she can. She has her own business uptown, so that keeps. She's a florist, so
Oh, nice.
which is what I did for many years. So she's got her hands full.
We're interested for you to tell our audience the many hats of Ruth Ann. Because
Yes.
some people don't know
Yeah.
where Ruth Ann started, where she ended up, and how she got where she got. So we want to hear about that. So I'm going to let Christine take over a little bit and pick your brain some.
Okay. Oh, my girl.
Tell us, where did you start?
What do you mean? Where did I start with
Like-
selling?
The evolution
Yeah, like what what got you into it, or what?
Well, I've always loved stuff. I've
Okay.
always been a collector of stuff. And in '08, I've had many occupations. My educated occupations, I was a cosmetologist for many years, and then I got very up to here with really trying to please people and their hair.
Mm.
And so I kind of decided, okay, I have to get out of hair somehow. So I went into landscaping of all the things, and I went into landscaping maintenance. But while I did that, I decided to start this little side hustle in '08. I built a little she shed in my backyard, and I decided to have weekend sales to sell all the treasures that I had accumulated over forever, because I've always been an accumulator of stuff.
Hmm.
And so I started these weekend sales, and they took off. And while I was doing the landscaping, and I was still doing a little bit of hair on the side, and then in 2016, my life took a big turn, and my lifelong partner and I split. And I was, for the first time in my whole life, I was financially on my own. So it was like, okay, now what do I do? So then I started a flower shop because I had been doing some side floral work. And so I started a flower shop, and I loved it. I loved it, but I did not like the marriage to Main Street.
Hmm.
And it was kind of difficult because at the time I was going through a small town divorce, and so that was difficult on Main Street. And so then I stayed in the floral business for about 4 years, and I vended at stores. I vended my stuff at different stores and my own store. And then I kept doing that. And then I got with my current partner is Pete, and he's extremely supportive of my crazy ideas. So for that, I am very thankful. And so then in the fall of 2022, I happened onto a YouTube video. I'm pretty sure it was either Kevin the Commonwealth Picker or the Kaching King, Scott.
Okay.
I don't know if, I'm sure you guys know him.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad you didn't say Ryan.
No, actually, I didn't know any of you guys until Nashville. So anyway, so the Kaching King, he is a former teacher, and he is an excellent teacher on YouTube. And I just got hooked, and I watched that first video that everybody has 100 items in their house, that you could sell. So I thought, oh my gosh. And at the time I was vending at 2 stores, and I just felt like my wheels were just spinning because I was doing a lot of creating and a lot of creating to sell. And that was very costly and messy and just a lot of things. So then I watched this video, and I thought to myself, God, could I do this? Could I do this? Because my first thing was, guys, at the time I never was on the computer, and I felt sort of technologically obsolete, and I thought, could I do this? So I just started crunching. And learning and crunching and learning, and then I got brave enough to open my eBay account, and I listed.
Can I ask you, is it okay? How old? Is it okay to ask you how old you were when you started watching the YouTube and you came across that?
I'm about to be 61 years old in 12 days.
You look good.
So
Go, girl.
thank you.
What serum do you use?
I started in 22, so it's 3 years ago. So I was 58 years old.
Okay.
That must be is that the right math? Yes, I was 58 years old and scared to death, actually, So I listed 100 items, and I got a couple scammers, and I had already learned that I would get scammers if I was brand new. So I was ready for that. And then my very first sale was on $100 item that somebody had given me for free years and years ago. And like that, I sold $100 item. And I was like, oh my gosh, this could work. This could work. So then basically I went overboard and I just started sourcing like a maniac.
Yeah, we did the same.
We all do it.
And
I think everybody does that.
yeah,
Yes.
I just started sourcing like a maniac until
Bob and Amanda still do it. They've been doing this all along.
well,
Listen,
Look,
Brian,
look at the
around.
spare bedroom. Yeah, they
Look
kicked their
around.
son out.
we
I
I've
think
been to
it's
their
a
house.
thing.
I've seen it all. Trust me.
yeah, I think it's a thing, you guys.
You can't do 6 figures without like constantly sourcing. You just
No,
can't.
you can't. No, you can't.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it started, and then I kept watching videos, and then I found Paul, the Philly Flipper, and he was new then. I mean, he was pretty new. He was still in Philly at the time, and then he made his move to Florida, and then he started on Whatnot, and so I started on Whatnot about a year before I actually started selling, and I just started watching and buying and watching and learning. And then I thought, geez, I think I want to do this, but then again, I was scared, always scared because of technology, and then I had to wait for a fiber optic because my internet wasn't fast enough. So then as soon as the internet went in, I just decided to jump in both feet. And Paul actually came into my first show and co-hosted with me and helped me get through some of the technological fumbling. And from there, it's just skyrocketed.
What would be your advice to someone who is watching this and thinking, well, I don't know if I could do it because I don't understand technology? How easy of a transition was it for you figuring out and navigating through Whatnot and eBay in order to make sales and do that?
Well, first of all, I would say if somebody as technologically illiterate as I can do it, I think almost anybody can, because 3 years ago, I just didn't know much of anything. I mean, I ran a business and I had to do a lot online with my flower shop and stuff like that. But to be running technology while you're live and all that, it was just like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And the other thing is, there is not one thing that you can't learn off of YouTube.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, every winter I got to go on YouTube and watch the snowblower video again because I can't remember how to start my snowblower. So I go on YouTube and watch it again. So there's nothing you can't learn on YouTube. Nothing.
If you're not terrified,
you can take bits and pieces of what works for them, that works with your lifestyle and everything. So you can just sort of piece it together that works for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the difference between surviving and thriving, right? So if you're not terrified, you're just surviving. And if you're terrified, then you're thriving.
And if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
That's
when
true.
Exactly. If it was easy,
it's hard. It means you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Growth is painful. We were just talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
Amanda and I, whenever you grow, it is. If you are struggling and you are feeling that impact of that pain, you're doing it right.
Yep.
Push through the other side because the victory is on the other side of that. So
I agree. I think
pains for nothing, for sure.
I agree. If everything's going perfect, you're learning nothing. Really, you're not learning at all. And
you kind of sit back and get comfortable and go with the flow. You're not learning.
Right.
Yeah.
And every little failure that you have, really, what is a failure? A failure is just
not free shipping on Whatnot.
I know it. I know it. And you know what? A failure, there is no failure that's the end of the world.
No.
I mean, to me, when you have a failure, at first it feels devastating. For 1 minute, that felt devastating. It really did.
Yeah.
Especially when I was in the show.
We want to tell everybody what happened?
My mind is like,
Tell the people they don't know what happened because
Okay, so one night on the Gulf Coast Pickers train, the plush and toy raid train, I think it was like my 4th or 5th night on the train, 4th or 5th Wednesday. And I decided that I didn't want to pay everybody's shipping. I had been doing affordable shipping up until that night. And at the last minute, I decided, because I had a lot of big plush I wanted to sell, and I decided that I wanted people to pay their own shipping tonight, just tonight, just for tonight. And I accidentally pushed the wrong button and didn't know it until I was live. And when I got in live, I think it was Wolverine Flipper came in and said, who was it?
It was Clarissa. It was
LOL.
yeah,
LOL,
it was
yeah.
TNC.
TNC's
TNC's daughter told you, and I was like,
Well, I was thinking it was Wolverine. It doesn't matter who it was. They came in and they said, "Do you realize you're on free shipping?" And I said, "No, I'm not." I said, I and I practically argued with her, and she said, "No, you're on free shipping." And I'm like,
shit.
Yeah.
We all learned a lesson. We all learned if that ever happens, what to do now.
Yes, I realize now that those buttons are so close together that you got to really be careful when you're messing with your shipping. You got to really know which button because I went in later and looked, and those buttons are right on top of each other. So I think I just quickly accidentally pushed the wrong one. And
you're like, I'll show you.
So I think I made like $2.15 that night.
Oh gosh.
I paid for my shipping.
Yes. And then that's what I was going to say. I had 2 or 3 very, very kind people that bought from me, and then they gave me tips to help pay for their shipping.
Yeah.
But the rest of them did not. And I just want to say, they didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't believe that they actually knew.
Right.
I think they just were thought, oh, yay, cheap
Bonus.
prices, and it's really only the sellers that knew, because the 3 people that gave me tips to help pay for shipping, all 3 of them were sellers.
Yeah.
Now the average buyer, I don't think the average buyer would know that.
They don't know the impact that it can have.
No.
Yeah.
No, they just don't know. So, and that was a ladder rung. That's just what I was going to say is life is a big, tall ladder. And every time you fail, you step up a rung because you learn. And that failure is going to put you farther up and up and up. And boy, the last 10 years have told me that a lot.
But that's why I always tell you, Ruthie, and if we're not laughing, we're crying.
And that was that night.
I mean,
that was that night.
It's not going to fix it. So it's like, oh shit,
Yeah. I've said it before, fail fast, fail forward.
Yeah.
I know I reached out to at least Amanda that night. I can't remember who all I reached out to, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Thank goodness I didn't have like a 300, a huge show.
Right.
He's really on for an hour,
I'm trying to forget it, so.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Well,
way to go.
First of all, I think it's good
I'm trying to forget it.
I mean, PTSD is real, right? But I mean, these are things that happen that now we can make light of. In the moment, it was like, oh shit, like this sucks.
And we know what to do if it ever happens.
Right. And the other thing too is you had no shame being like, hey, does anybody mind helping me out paying for my shipping? I was like, you know what? Why not? It's fine.
Yeah.
It happens. It's not like it's something that, you do all the time, or you know what I mean? Like shit happens, and we all have lessons to learn, and
I've had so many failures in life.
Yeah.
I want to know how many of us after this podcast is going to go and start making sure we're paying very close attention now.
Well, this is the thing too. When you clone your shows, you also want to make sure when you're cloning that your settings are correct too, because imagine if you had cloned a show that you didn't realize you had free shipping, and now every show after that you clone.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to laugh, but I've never cloned a show.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Wow. That's okay. This is how you prevent things like that.
That's good you didn't.
I just leave my stuff in the inactives. If it doesn't sell, I just leave it sit in the inactives. And then if I want to pull it into a show, I just pull it from the inactives into a show.
Good.
There you go.
That's good.
I've never really used the cloning thing.
We do it all the time because we don't preload, but I mean,
Yeah, we're those people.
we are.
You never know what you're gonna get when you come to the
I think
Rocket
that's
City
pretty much what
Reseller
we do.
Show. So
We just put everything
Yeah, I don't do a ton of preloading.
Yeah.
The only thing I really preload is if I'm doing a glass show, I will preload a little bit.
for those that don't know, Whatnot's a live auction platform that might be listening to this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Whatnot's a live auction platform that you can sell. It's kind of like a social media meets eBay type of approach. I just wanted to throw that in here for those that are not familiar with Whatnot. Ruthie Ann happens to be a Whatnot seller, but that doesn't encompass everything. What other platforms do you sell on, Ruthie Ann?
Just eBay and Whatnot. I'm really trying to. I'd like to start Etsy. I have a niece in Tennessee that spends a lot of time selling on Etsy. She does very well, but life has just kept me really juggling a lot of balls lately. So I just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, if you have a lot of vintage, you will probably do very well on Etsy.
We do well.
With our experience with the vintage.
Yep. That's
And
what
if
Kate.
you have handmade stuff too, you can also put handmade items on Etsy as well if you didn't know that.
Yeah, you can. I'm pretty much done with handmaids. There's so much mess with handmaids. I've started selling off or giving a lot of my stuff to my daughter because she's doing a lot of handmaids. So anyway,
which
No.
platform do you prefer? Do you like Whatnot? Or do you like eBay? Do you have a preference?
I love them both. Before I started on Whatnot, I was doing phenomenal on eBay. Really, really well. Whatnot takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time. So my eBay I just ran the numbers tonight. I've really, really fallen back on eBay because Whatnot is very demanding, but it's so fun. I mean, you can't really argue with how fun Whatnot is, and eBay is lonely and Whatnot is not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there's something really fun about. I mean, let's talk about Wednesdays. They're so fun to be together.
Community. Yeah, for sure.
You know, the community on Whatnot is amazing. So, and the fact that you're selling so many items. I mean, in a year's time, I've sold 8,000 items. Well, who has time for anything else but that? Really?
Right.
Now, do you take time at all to set aside so many listings for eBay to try to keep up? Because you sound just like me right now.
That's what
eBay's
we're
lapsed a
struggling
little bit because of trying to grow the Whatnot channel as well. And I feel like I'm not listing as much. Same thing as you're describing. I mean, are you setting time to do eBay at all?
Yes. Yep. I try to list between 1 and 5 items every day.
That's good.
So my numbers on eBay are going back up now because now I feel like I'm at a place on Whatnot. It's not that I don't think I have to grind anymore, but I really pushed myself that first year to get a following and get my numbers up. And now I just feel like I can meet in the middle and give eBay some more of my time and coast a little on Whatnot and just try to bring them together as a working thing for me. But I really did, over the last year, I really did neglect eBay. But I'm trying to turn that around now. And I try to list between 1 and 5 things every day.
Good.
So.
Yeah, I think for us, I mentioned in a previous podcast, I was noticing our 90-day totals on eBay was going down. And then I was like, what the heck's going on, right? So I know it's been slow for a lot of people. I've been all over social media. Everybody's saying the same thing, right? The economy, this, that, or the other thing. But then I went back to Whatnot and ran some of the data through. And we're actually doing just as well on Whatnot as we are on eBay. So we split the difference is basically what happened because we split our attention.
With Whatnot, like you said, then there is
so
eBay.
Because we split our attention, we split our sales. So that makes sense what you're saying, because that is a product of that. What I love about Whatnot is if your cash flow is maybe getting a little bit lower than you, because as resellers, we all know that we live and die by our cash flow. Having that cash flow and having an instant payout from Whatnot or whatever the case may be, will help with a lot of that stuff. You know, a bill that you weren't expecting, you know, something sort of, you know, a life event that happened that you need quick cash, whatnot, is the platform for that. So if eBay is a little slower than normal, you can hop on Whatnot, do a show, make an extra under $200, you know, to help offset, buy groceries, do the things that you need to do, whatever that may be.
Right.
So that's been our experience, but we have also been trying to be more intentional with eBay as well.
Right.
We saw them on all the platforms, but
So
yeah, so I just wanted to mention that because that really sparked for us too. So
that's Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
With having almost 8,000 items sold within, that's pretty impressive. How long have you actually been selling on Whatnot? I'm not sure if I heard you say that or not.
I started in May of 24.
Damn. And you're at almost 8K sold. So what does that look like for you? Like you said, you were grinding. What kind of show commitment was that for you in order to get that successful? And I'm just looking at your stats to make sure I'm right. You're already.
I'm at about, my sales are at about 7,700. You know, when you look at your analytics, they say that I've sold about 8,300 on my analytics, but that's giveaways. That's
right.
Right. So I'm actually at about 7,700, and basically for a while I was doing about 6 shows a week, 6 or 7 shows a week.
That's a lot.
I think my numbers really skyrocketed last fall at Christmas because I got in a real good, what should I say?
Like a rhythm?
Got in a real good run on ornaments.
Oh, nice.
I sold about 2,000 ornaments last Christmas.
wow.
That's crazy.
Where do you find 2,000 ornaments at?
Well, on December 26th, I start going around to every thrift store around, and they've got 70% off all their ornaments. And I just start piling. Right now, I've got about 45 tubs of Christmas in my she shed.
Wow.
And a lot of it, I'm sure I have at least 1,000 ornaments right now.
Wow.
Because it's people are nuts over ornaments. They love them, and I love them. So they're easy. It's easy to sell what you love.
And Christmas sells all year round too. If people didn't know that, it does.
Yeah, Christmas and Halloween. Halloween does too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start digging out. Well, I gotta save. I don't have a lot of Halloween stuff. I'm much more apt to gather Christmas than I am Halloween, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun with Halloween this year. It's gonna be fun on Whatnot.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to definitely come to our Halloween dress up show.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I've got multiple costumes already lined up, so I'm excited about that.
So what does sourcing look like for you? You said you go to thrift stores. Do you do yard sales or?
Well, my favorite way to source is a neighborhood garage sale. I have to travel a long ways to a bins. I do have if I'm going to source plush, I go to the Chaska bins. Chaska is a town in southwest Minnesota. It's a pretty upscale community, and the plush is phenomenal at that bins. I mean, last time I left that bins, I had 6 carts of plush.
Wow.
So, and
That
the
makes
other
my
thing,
heart so warm.
pardon?
That makes my heart so warm. I love plush.
You too. I do too. And the only thing I don't like about the bins is I'm too short. I'm too short.
You gotta have long arms to dig in
I
there.
can't tell you how many great rock and roll T-shirts I saw at the bins.
Bring a stool. A step
But there's
stool.
all these young boys. They're like 6 feet tall and higher, and they got orangutan arms. And you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance to
Get you a little
anything.
claw. Get you a reacher and grab her.
Yeah,
And just-
a grabber.
Yeah, grab it.
The
I
gopher.
would grab the kid.
Just
I mean,
don't
all
use it
these-
as a weapon.
Yeah, I could just like smack him. Stop it. That's my T-shirt.
Yep.
Like the last time I was at the bins, both me and this young boy had our hands on the T-shirt, and he pulled it away from me, and I looked at him, and he gave me this look like, "Step back, Grandma."
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just like, I'm taking the shirt. You know,
I would have been like, you weren't even a thought in your father's testicle when this came out. You don't know what this is.
I'm just like, you don't even listen to this.
Well, there goes Christine.
What did I come back to? Oh my goodness.
She's talking about how
You just heard the word testicle, didn't you?
Thanks.
Man,
Back
he
to-
flew
at
back
the
in
right
that
moment.
room quick, didn't he, Brian?
See, Kristen heard the word testicle and disappeared.
Tell me I'm not wrong though. You're right. These kids are like 12 years old. They look, with the mustache and they think that they know what's cool. And we're just like,
It was all I could do to keep the lid on. I
Right.
wanted to say, hey, snot gobbler, give me that shirt. But I didn't. I just decided, okay, I'm not going to say anything.
next time call them a crotch goblin. Because they're probably young enough to still be attached to the,
Oh. Anyway, I do love the bins, but I much prefer a neighborhood garage sale, like a big citywide.
Yes.
I
I
much
just gotta
prefer
make, I
that.
gotta make note of something. You realize our short tomorrow is gonna be great with Ruthann with a banana now speaking testicle stuff. I mean,
Hey,
you guys
she
realize
said
how
it
bad this is
first.
gonna be tomorrow morning?
Amanda said it first.
But it's true. Like, it's true. Cheers, Christine. Tell me it's not true, though. Like, it
That's the
feels like
truth
this
there, Levi.
generational pull, right?
Can I get in on this? Cheers.
Everybody.
Can I get in on this?
Cheers.
Cheers?
Come on, Mel. I know you got a beverage.
It's like we're at Ollie Jolly's.
Well, we've been going to the bins for quite a few years. Like, obviously, we tell you all the time we go to Nashville, and we see them too, the bin bros with the T-shirts, and they look like they should be in elementary school, and they're just pulling stuff, and you're just like,
Yep.
where did you come from? Shouldn't you be in school right now? But
College?
yeah,
Shouldn't
so
you be at a job?
there's something to be said about doing this versus getting an education.
Right.
Because this is a great way for people to make a living if school is not their thing, if a trade is not their thing.
Right.
But it's just the more we go, the more often we see these kids, especially in the summer, obviously. But it's just amazing to me how these younger kids are starting to be entrepreneurial in this way.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
So
I
it's
enjoy.
like we have to catch
Rachel's
up to
right.
them.
The bin bros got to make money too. And
Yeah,
I will
it's nice
say
to
this.
see young people not out there hurting anybody,
True.
and they're actually
Yeah.
doing something,
That's
right?
right.
So
And I will
there's that.
I will say this about those young boys. They saw that I had like 5 carts of plush.
They bring it too.
So they were bringing me plush. They wanted the shirts, but they would bring me the plush.
I mean,
So
that's like
they weren't all bad.
That's how we got a jelly cat one time because the kid was like, "You can have it." So I mean, I guess there is pros to that, but you still should have said you weren't a thought in your father's testicle. And this was not, you know what this is.
What is that? What is that superhero that has rubbery? What is his name? Where his limbs can stretch? What's his
Stretch
name?
Armstrong?
Is that who it is?
Is it
Or is it Rubber Band Man? I don't
It's
know.
from
That
a
might be
Yeah, man,
before
it's
my
T.I.
time.
Fantastic
Only
Four.
Rubber man I know is T.I.
It's from
Well, anyway,
Fantastic
I need those kind of arms that can just reach across the bin.
You should get one of those like punching fists that come out. You just press the button and just knock.
That's right.
I will say when you go with a group like us, like in Nashville, when we're all together,
Well, she
Yeah.
was with us.
yeah, we can dominate a bin if we want to,
Divide
and that's
the conquer.
Yeah.
and that's really good about those type of meetups. Not that that's but hey, it is what it is, right?
Or
Because
if
we
you have-
kind of know what we're all looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or if
Right.
you're in a reselling community and you all meet up at the bins or wherever you go, you can divide and conquer.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I found a clock or something for you if I recall correctly. I forget when we were there. It was
Well,
a vintage clock, but
I
yeah.
have the
So I
memory
mean,
of a gnat, so I can't remember.
yeah, same. You're not alone. So, but it's good. You know what other people are selling. You know what your friend group is
Well, that's how you
needing.
can build relationships too,
Yeah.
because now that they see you and they know that you like that, that offers an opportunity for you to score plush
Right.
that you may not necessarily have been able to because
Mhm.
someone was reaching over you or whatever.
Yeah.
You kind of got another pair of eyes
Yeah.
looking for you.
I was going to tell you that one other way that I source is I do what I call house empties,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
and I have a very good friend here. I call him my brother from another mother. He lives here in town, and he's a very, very busy real estate person. And once in a while, I'll get a house empty from him where maybe it's elderly people are selling the house, or maybe people have passed away or something like that, and the kids don't want anything to do with emptying the house. They just want to come take what they want and they don't want to deal with the rest. And so that's another great way for me to source. And basically, how I do, I go and I look at the house, see if it's worth my while, and the deal is the family has to be completely done taking from the house when I come and look at it, because I need a realistic picture of what I'm actually getting.
Yeah.
And then they don't have to pay me. I don't have to pay them. They pay for their own garbage. The house gets emptied and it's ready to sell. When I'm done with it, it's empty and ready to sell. There's
that's
no
awesome.
money exchange. There's no money exchange.
So do they have a trash container on site for you to sort of just decide what you want to take and what goes, or do you
Well,
have to
I usually order the
provide
dumpster. And then because what people don't realize is every single house in the world has a dumpster's worth of trash in their house. They may not think so, but they do. And so then what I do is the very first day I'm there, I go around, I look at all the furniture, take pictures of the furniture, get it all on Marketplace, because I don't want to move furniture. So I get that all on Marketplace. And then while people are coming to look at furniture and buying, I'm emptying cupboards, closets, cleaning out the basement, doing all this stuff. And it usually takes me 2-3 weeks sometimes to empty a house. And everything in it that I want to keep belongs to me.
That's
Everything else that I don't want goes to the thrift store and helps them. And then the rest sometimes is trash. Furniture goes to the thrift store, and it's really a win-win. But the problem is I only get about one of these a year. So I'd like to get more of them. It would be very helpful. So I try to spread the word that I do that. So those are kind of my favorite ways to source.
And you do all that by yourself?
Mostly, my partner Pete will help me to some extent. He helped me do a really weird one a couple years ago. It's a long story. I won't get into it, but it was super, super weird and creepy. So he helped me with that one. And then my dad's wife helps me. She's just a worker. So she helps me once in a while. And I have some really good friends that love stuff the way I do. So sometimes they will help me. And so I always can find some help, but mostly I organize it myself. And I really don't depend on anybody to help me because I don't really know if somebody can help me. So and hopefully the furniture all sells, so I don't need any muscle,
Yeah. Now, do you still do anything with furniture? I noticed you had done some repurposing of some furniture back in the day and stuff. Do you still happen to do that, or is it because you had to give that up too? Just too much time in that? I know I started that too. So
it's a lot of time and it's a money sinkhole. It costs so much money to quality create.
Yep.
I mean, when I started this reselling in October of 22, it was the first time since I became financially independent. It was the first time that my checkbook just went up without me knowing it. It was like, because when I was creating, it was a constant suck on my checkbook to buy all the things that you need to create with.
Exactly.
And then when I started this, it was totally different. So
Jeff wants to know, where do you store your things, Ruth Ann?
I've got a she shed right out that window that is 12 by 24. Right now, the only thing that's in there is packing materials and Christmas. And then I've got this 2-car garage that I'm in here. Last year, we redid the 2-car garage into my shop, and we put a big garage out there for our vehicles. So I just only step right in that door and I'm in the house. And then I also have a storage unit. And I've had that since my life change in 16. I have kept that just because it it was handy when I was doing furniture repurposing. And I just decided I'm not going to let it go because there is a part of me that wants to get into storage units. I would really love to start dabbling in storage units, but I feel like I have to have a bigger following and have bigger shows in order to do storage units. Otherwise, you can really accumulate fast.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So sometimes with storage units, I wonder if like we're obviously niche down to plush and toys for us personally. I think most of you guys are. I don't know. Are you an everything seller? Would you consider yourself that, Ruth Ann?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it might be easier for you to break that barrier. If we were to, like, for example, Amanda has a million Vera Bradley purses. If we were to go to Whatnot right now, everybody would ask, "Hey, where's the plush?" If we brought Vera Bradley. So.
Well, maybe to Fiona's. I'm trying not to stay with. It's hard. I've been trying.
Yeah. So,
But
your thoughts on that?
I started as an everything seller.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe the getting the lockers and things like that would be an easier transition maybe for you for doing that. It's something to consider for Whatnot. Would be a good avenue for that.
especially if you're all in, like at the bins where you pay one lump sum, and there may be a significant value within what you find.
So that's
Bet you picking Jack's Treasure's brain. They're going to be on the podcast. I bet you if you picking their brain, they may be able to.
Are they going to be on next week?
no, it's actually Apex Jeff next week.
Yeah. But
Oh,
Jack-
cool.
Woo-hoo!
Jeff, I'm coming in to heckle you.
Spoiler alert.
I'm coming in to heckle
But
you.
make sure you tune into the episode because I'm sure we'll
Yes,
cover a
you
lot of
can
that with
store
them.
your extras at my place. Oh, that's
Oh, and
funny.
60 has done units too, I think, also, right?
So 60 says the people buying in the storage unit category on Whatnot will literally buy anything. I have sold expired lidocaine patches, whiteout, have to use ballpoint pens.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
There you go. There, this goes to show you.
Yeah.
There's a market.
You're nervous already? Ruth Ann,
Wait till you see what we have in store for you, Jeff.
I'm coming for you, Jeff.
These are good. These are big shoes to fill, Jeff.
Ruth Ann, what's your advice for people that are nervous about doing something like this?
Yeah.
What do you think your best advice would be?
Well, I have a deep faith. So if I could only tell you how much I prayed on the day of my first show, I mean, every time I felt like I was going to puke, I just sat down and prayed because, you know, I know that there's only so much I can do to control what's happening in my life, and the rest is controlled by the big guy.
Yeah.
And that would be my first advice. And I don't know if I could have even done this if it wasn't for my faithful prayer life, you know, and get some really good mentors. The other thing, don't even try to start this until you've made a few friends on this app. I think about that very first show that I did. I was so scared. I was so scared. And I'm sitting in the show, and I think I had like 4 or 5 people, and I was trying to figure it all out. And Philly Flipper raids me with like 68 people.
Did you shit your pants?
I just about died. I just about died. And he could tell that I was just about ready to faint. And so he said, "Let me co-host." And I said, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean, you know? And so he walked me through that, and he comes on, and he literally helps me run the show for about 15 minutes. Now, I can't even tell you what that did for me. I mean, the confidence that it gave me, the actual coming in and having him help me. And not to say that everybody's going to get that.
Right.
But start on the app, make some friends, ask for help, and don't plan to do it alone. Don't plan to just do it alone. And in the beginning, I was his biggest pest. I've kind of let off now, because now it's pretty hard to get him to even answer a question. But in the beginning, when he was small too, he really helped me a ton. And the other person I want to shout out is Ladybug Luttrell. She was
she's
huge
awesome.
for me. She was huge for me. She helped me with shipping. I had some real issues with shipping, and right off the bat, she gave me her telephone number, and I could call her anytime I wanted. And it just, you got to ask for help, and you got to just decide that you're a newbie and you need that help, and this, I can't say enough about this platform, how much people want to help. They really want to help, and it's genuine. And if you're new, you got to take the help, and pretty soon you'll be the one helping.
Sean,
It doesn't take long, and then you're the
take
one.
the help, Sean. Take the help.
So
I need help.
I said take it.
Yeah, I need help, but just not with whatnot. I need serious help.
Professional help.
Take the help.
Not that kind of help.
Let's
Send her
go.
backstage, Bob. Send her backstage. Bring somebody from the chat over. Come on.
So I know you talked about community, and we all met through Whatnot. And I know that you shared a lot of things with Christine and I at the reseller meetup in Nashville. Can you talk about your experience there and what that meant to you as a reseller, and just community wise, what that did for you? What was your experience at the meetup for those that haven't gone, thinking about going, or just their experience was different than yours? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I'm going to talk about two things: the then at the meetup and the now. Then at the meetup was so ridiculously exciting, and
What was your highlight?
honestly,
Mhm.
was meeting you guys. I mean, I went there. I went there with a kind of a friends group that I was going to meet for the first time. And I did get to do that, and I had a great time with them. But even though they were a friends group for me and I had a great time with them, the connection with you guys was like big right off the bat. It was like big, and I could just feel that it was going to be an ongoing connection, whereas the other people that I met, I'm hardly connected to. It's like I was with them in Nashville, and now there's no connection, And so I went there with a totally different expectation than what I ended up with, and what a blessing that was. I mean, there are so many people that were at Nashville that are now just such a big part of my life every day. Apex Jeff. I mean, he hangs in our shows all the time. We're Facebook friends. We're following each other's lives, and so it was a game changer just to meet the community that we're all working in. And now, having been to Nashville, it's just so much more fun to be on the platform. Yeah. It's so different than it was before we went to Nashville.
Yeah.
Now,
Can you imagine next year when now you've all grown up?
We're going to meet our friends. It's like we're going to meet our friends on Whatnot, and we're going to make some money at the same time. And it's I don't know, it's just wonderful.
I will say that meeting you was a breath of fresh air, and you can ask Christine and Ryan. After we met you and hung out, I was like, Christine, it's like looking into your future. I was like, she is you in your future.
I know it. And it was like electricity. I loved meeting all of you, so don't take this wrong.
No.
I loved meeting all of you. But when Kristen and I were close together, it was like we could feel this energy like pulling us this way.
And the more you talked, I was like, Christine, we literally just
she would say what, one, I was thinking and haven't said, and two, things I did just say to Amanda. Ruth Ann would say it, and Amanda would look at me like,
Yep, I knew right away that Christine was one of my kind.
She's a legit, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, she's a legit. Not to get super spooky, but she's a legit empath, and so am I. And I could feel that she was in the room.
Mhm.
I knew that one of me was in the room, and when I met her, I just was like, "Oh my gosh, I love you! I love you!"
I said the same thing from Nashville too. It was like an instant connection. Like even though it was just the first time meeting everybody, it felt
Yep.
like we have known you guys for years. It was an instant connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to take the bad with the good, but we love Christine, so we have to pick Ryan as the sidekick. But
Oh yeah, that Ryan, he's
I
a
don't know why
gem.
I'm a man of few words. I mean, I just sit here and go with the flow.
You're all gems. You're all gems, and you're all so different. That's what I love about the six of you. You're all very different individual people. You know,
But
And
three of us are more like we're split. So
Yes.
it's the boys and myself and the girls and Bob.
I'm just one of the girls, and I'm okay with that.
I can already tell that. I can already tell that. I mean, just a couple weeks ago. Thanks, Jeff. A couple weeks ago, I was having kind of a low. Well, who did I reach out to? Bob.
That's right.
And I've said to Stan so many times, could you just text me? I'll give you what you need. It's fine.
Yeah, it's Bob.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
And
Bob.
when I talk to Amanda, I'll say, well, what does Bob think? Because I want to know what Bob thinks, because I don't know. I receive it better, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with the wisdom, and not everybody gets that, and obviously not all the time, right? But luckily for me, I've had the opportunity to experience a lot in my life in this short period of time that I have been here. So
but I think
I'm
it's
glad that
also the articulation of your words, because like I think sometimes he softens the blow where I'm just like I just hit you right on.
I'm the velvet hammer.
That's just it. I think I went to Bob because I felt like he could handle an emotional woman. Now I
was raised by one, so there you go.
I would have never burdened Ryan with my emotional outburst.
Yeah,
he's never done it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's not good. He's not.
For some reason, I just knew I could bring my emotional outburst to Bob, and it would be all fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I'm always willing and available for anybody that needs mentorship or to talk or to come down from the ledge. I've been there.
That's a good way to put it. What about Bob? What about Bob? Rachel, that is one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen it, ironically.
You need to watch it.
Oh my gosh. That movie is so good on so many levels. So many levels.
Check it out.
Yeah, you better.
That's when they go on vacation, right? With
the boss never lets me stop working, so
There's a good face for a short.
Like, what? No, she's the driving force behind our success. So
well, I think it goes back to, like I said, the last show is because I don't have an outside 9 to 5. There's a level of guilt that it always has to be gas pedal for me in order to feel like I'm making a difference financially. So, but the other thing too is, like, if you didn't already know, when Bob does anything or presents anything, he's done the research, he's done the math, he's done the spreadsheet, and he's like, okay, we're doing this because of this. So I really don't have a chance to say no, because the facts don't care about the feelings, which is what Bob says a lot of the time. If you take the feelings out and just stick to the facts, it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
because
easier said than done.
For sure. Because ask Christine, there are many times where I over analyze and over apologize and over check in, and she's like, "We're good. It's good. Like it's good." And I'm like, "If you ask me one more time." So I understand that part of it too, because I perpetually always feel like I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So I understand that as well. But I'm starting to really be like, I don't give a flip either, because like Rachel said in our last Well, I didn't want to say that, but like Rachel said in our last podcast, you're gonna be somebody's person or you're not. We're not for everybody.
That's right.
Yep.
Bob says there's a lid for every pot, and that's
There
okay
is.
if you're not my lid. Like, I'll move over and find somebody else. You know, talking about meeting Christine, we met Ryan and Christine through Whatnot, and I was so excited that they told us about the Nashville meetup because it's only an hour and a half away 2 years ago. And I met her, and it was like, I really hope she likes me. I really hope this works out, because Bob and Ryan had developed a friendship. And, you know, it's hard when the other person,
Yes.
and it was just like instant. Like, I was so grateful, because there's not a day goes by that I don't talk to her, text her, FaceTime her, to the point where Ryan probably thinks sometimes it's creepy and weird. But I mean, I'm so grateful for this community for that, you know, because my tank needs to be filled.
It could be lonely, like you said, Ruth Ann. You know, what do you do with that, right?
Right.
Right.
So
Yep.
this is why meetups are important.
And people, you need to find your people that understand. I mean, not that reselling is creepy, but people don't understand the drive, the need to find stuff, the FOMO of missing out on that banger. Or, you know, what are you doing for your anniversary? Well, we're going to a thrift store. Are you kidding me? Well, that's what we like to do. It's no different if you like opera to go to the opera, or if you like Comic-Con, you're going to go to a Comic-Con event. You're going to strategically plan your plans around that stuff that makes you happy.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So,
Nothing makes me happier than going to a garage sale.
garbage, finding the value in something that somebody else
garage
does
sale.
too.
I mean, yesterday I did my other job. I'm a car jockey for the Chev Garage here in Mora, and we're driving down into the metro where all the nice stuff is, you know. And we got to go past all these garage sale signs because we're on the Chev Garage clock. We can't stop at a garage sale sign because we're working a different job, you know. So it's hard for me to even drive past a garage sale sign. So
Yeah, I always think about the mailmen when they're doing the mail. I'm like, oh, that would be so hard for me. I would
see all the sales.
And someone would be calling on me like, the mail lady is at the garage sale.
Funny, the mail lady is at the garage sale.
I could see Christine with a trailer hooked up to her little mail
Little-
truck.
There's actually a reseller that was a mailman, and that's how he got started. He was a mailman, you know, struggling doing the thing. That's a hard job, right?
It is.
He's K-Way. If you guys aren't following K-Way, he's mostly a clothing reseller. He's niched down for that.
Good bada bing as well.
Yeah, exactly. So he was a mailman, and now he's just like so successful doing this. So
Colin's on the move. She said she'd be fired on the first Friday.
First Friday.
You're like, squirrel, what?
Yeah.
Because some places start Thursdays for, I know where you are, because I think Courtney said too, where Mama Cat Thrifter, they start Thursdays.
Yeah, we start Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Mora.
Right. So
I mean, in Minnesota, sometimes they start Wednesday and go all the way to Saturday.
Makes sense, because your weather is that why?
Right.
Because you don't have the longer season for selling. So that makes sense. Here it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because there's usually yard sales all year round here, unless it snows, which is very random.
Rarity.
They will still do yard sales here, garage sales in the cold, because cold is not you can still go out and shop in the cold that
We call it
here.
cold.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, right, you guys. You call it cold.
So I can just
Spring
imagine.
and fall.
Yeah, I can only imagine having all those days and going back and hoping the next day it's cheaper and cheaper and stuff's still there. But you know,
This year, I just want to get through the winter this year without, you know, last year I sent my cell phone through the snowblower.
oh goodness.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we weren't really friends yet, but Pete and I go to California every year for 2 months. February and March, we're going from Minnesota, and I sell from California. I source and sell out in California.
Oh wow.
I was gonna ask you what you do in the winter.
So, but because eBay will only allow you to do, they'll only allow you to be gone 30 business days. They'll allow you to extend your shipping 30 business days. So that's 6 weeks, but we were going to be gone about 9. And so I had to fly home in the middle and stay home for 2 weeks so that eBay would be happy with, not unhappy with me, you know.
Mm.
So in those 2 weeks, of course, I flew home and I came home to 18 inches of snow, and we had been gone. So I couldn't even get I didn't want to, I needed to get rid of the snow before I could get my pickup out of the garage.
Wow.
So I came home. The first morning I got up, I packed all my packages. I had like 43 packages that I had to package of eBay. And then I thought, okay, now I got to get at the snow. But I didn't want to leave I wanted my phone with me because I had to watch the YouTube video to figure out how to start the snowblower. So I stick it in my pocket. I had my big pheasant hunting coat on that has pockets about this deep, you know. And I thought, well, it's never going to come out of that big bird pocket, you know. So, but I got all done snow blowing and I thought, what is all that stuff in the snow? And I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody dropped their cell phone. I wonder because I had just had company. I had just had the neighbors had just brought some of the mail over. And I thought, I wonder if Jane dropped her cell phone. And then I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my cell phone. It fallen out of the pocket and gone right through the snowblower.
Oh my
Oh my goodness.
And of
Rip.
course, then you're in a panic because you're running your business off your cell phone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was crazy. So that's my last winter story.
God, I would have been pissed that my neighbors didn't blow my driveway versus the cell phone.
Oh gosh, no, they can't do that for 2 months. That would be a long time
A lot
for
of
them to
work.
take care of
Yeah.
they take very good care of our house and they watch our house. And you know, they used to try to keep up to the snow, but now we've just told them, now we have 3 driveways. Since we put in the new garage, we have the 2 driveways and a circle driveway. So it's a lot of maintenance. So anyway, so the whole time I was home, it snowed. And then it snowed the day I left. So I had to get up and get rid of 6 inches of snow before I could go get on the airplane. It was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
Wow.
so winter is a,
You know, Snowda?
Now, when you are in California for those 2 months sourcing, do you see a big difference in the items you're able to find and source compared to where you're at now? Like such a big difference with antiques or whatever, the whole difference?
everything you find in California. I almost said Santa Barbara because that's where we go. It's weird, very odd stuff, odd, artistic-y,
Weird self.
eclectic, very eclectic,
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
yuppie kind of stuff, you know. Minnesota is very wholesome and everyday normal, and it's hard to find oddities here. Very hard. I love coming to the South to source. That is my favorite. Last year when I came down to Nashville to the meetup, then I went on and I sourced with my niece Pick and Kate. I can't believe the difference in the sourcing. You guys got cheap prices
Mhm.
and you have so much cool stuff down there, and the odd vintage wonderful stuff. And it's different here in Minnesota. It's the sourcing isn't as good here. So
What was the coolest thing you found
what is the coolest thing I've ever found?
in Nashville that time you were there? What did you find last year that you found that was the coolest thing you found last year?
Probably the thing I was most excited about was my Davy Jones costume. I was pretty excited to find that. And it actually fit me. So that was exciting. What did I found a lot of smalls.
Your truck was pretty full.
Yeah, my truck was very full of smalls. I ended up going to from Nashville. I ended up going to Knoxville, and there I ended up having to vacuum pack a lot of my plush because I ended up not having room. Kate and I sourced so much that I started bulging out of my pickup. You know, so then we had to start vacuum packing my stuff in order to get it all in the pickup. So when I came home and opened the tonneau cover, it was like snakes in the can, you know. I know.
What does Pete think when you come home with all this stuff? What does he think?
He's totally thrilled if I'm coming home with I mean, because that was the whole, other than the meetup, you
Mhm.
know, the pickup full is going to pay for the trip. You know, the more full you can get the pickup, the more free the trip was.
Right.
of
Make
thing.
it worth your while.
You know, so yeah, he's so supportive. You know, he put this beautiful shop on for me, and he's very, very supportive. He's professionally retired, and I call him my postal bitch, because when I'm swamped,
There's another short.
There it is.
when I am swamped, he will always take my stuff to the, because I'm not that person. Here's me. Christine's going to understand this maybe. I cannot make my mail person pick up my stuff. I
Yep,
just can't.
I take it. Yeah.
I live only, it's a 10-minute trip to the post office.
Mhm.
And whether I have 2 boxes or 45, I
Yes.
just don't want him to have to deal with that. So, but sometimes I'm just swamped and I can't hardly get there. So I just dial up the postal bitch in his office, and he takes it for me. So he's very, very supportive of that.
I was going to ask you, in what capacity does he help you? But I guess now we know.
Now we
Yeah,
know.
he doesn't help me otherwise.
Is he interested at
He's
all?
probably twice as illiterate as I was. He doesn't want to have anything with learning this end of it. And he's very emotionally supportive, and then he'll do running. He'll help me if I do get a house empty, he'll help me. And he'll help me in physical ways, but he doesn't really want to get his head into the business, because he retired. I think he was about 55 years old. He retired out of his lifelong business, and then just did jobs until he could actually retire, you know, on Social Security and the whole deal. And he has been retired for like a couple decades. So he's just not interested in getting back into any kind of work occupation.
Do you think he'd
So-
come to Nashville with you next year to meet your family?
Maybe next year. This
Not
year,
after you watch this podcast and realize what you're doing.
Or he shows up with the shirt that says,
Postal bitch.
Bitch.
With the arrow pointing right to him. Yeah.
I better get one printed for him.
It's okay. We'll send you a broken link so it doesn't open.
He's too nice to wear something. He would never wear something with a swear word on it. So I'd have to think of a nicer way to put it.
You can always spell it out biatch instead of the regular word. You know.
There you go.
Don't pick it up.
Just put PB. We would know what it means. He wouldn't.
Yeah,
There
peanut butter.
you go.
My peanut butter.
peanut butter.
I don't know if I could get him to come, because we are just coming home. Okay, so we drive to California and we drive home.
Mhm.
And the Nashville meetup is right after we get home. We usually get home about the 3rd or 4th of April. And he's just so giggling, happy to be home. And I don't think I could ever get him to turn around and get back in the car.
Yeah.
So, and I would never fly to Nashville, because you can't take anything home,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to drive. Plus, I love being on the road. I love it.
12 hours.
Huh?
12 hours for us.
You can fly.
12 hours?
12 hours.
Yeah, it's much longer than that for me.
Is it?
Oh, yes. It's about,
Be
I'm
like
gonna
20
s-
something.
I'm going to say 21.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
Have you ever
Yeah.
considered
Wow.
getting a big box truck? Not a big box truck. Let me correct that. Like a U-Haul type of approach to it to make it easier for you, or would that be harder, you think?
Well, I brought my hitch this year. I've hauled
Yeah.
it. So I raised a daughter that loved horses. So I've
Mm.
pulled a lot of trailers in my life full of weighty animals that are moving around. So a trailer is not a problem for me. And I actually had my hitch with me, in case I swelled so far out of the pickup that I needed to rent a trailer. But it didn't happen. And next year I I might do that. When I get to Kate's house in Knoxville, I may just rent a trailer.
Yeah.
So that
You'll
I
have to
don't
come
so I
through
don't
this
have to
way.
limit myself.
You'll have
Yeah,
to come back.
Next
and
year
come
my
through.
path might be different next year.
You should pick her up and come back. We're 3 hours from Knoxville, only an hour and a half from Nashville. So you're gonna
Yeah.
have to go backwards to come.
Yeah. But make sure you bring that hitch because you're going to need it. The sourcing here in Alabama is pretty good.
And
We're pretty lucky.
bring your pheasant coat because it's Alaska in their house.
Oh,
She's used to the cold though. She lives in Minnesota.
yeah.
I'm telling her to bring her coat.
For in the house.
Yes.
I've heard that your house is chilly.
We like it cold here.
So earlier, Rachel asked the question, since we all do plush, what does that look like at the bins if one of us finds a banger? Can you talk about how it was at the bins shopping with us?
It was educational because I knew squat about plush. When I was with you guys, I was still looking because I was really successfully. When I came to Nashville, I was selling little toys like crazy. Little figures. I was having shows where I was selling 200-300 toys in one night. But I had never bought a plush until I met you guys. You guys like started this thing, Now look at. Now look at.
We're impressed.
John, what you laughing about?
Excuse me?
So what you laughing about?
Yes, Sean. Yes, Sean. Look at your stash. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying anything. She's got problems.
We were looking at pictures from when we first started. When we first set up like our little shelves here. It's like one section had some Halloween stuff in it, one section had some plush in it, and then the other section had some Christmas in it. And we just kept going back and forth, and just like the progression from then to now, it's just like, wow, where did all this stuff come from?
It exploded.
Yes.
And I blame Christine and Ryan and Bob and Amanda for the bins. And yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, the plush just makes you happy. I think it's just, for me, it reminds me of my childhood, like things, and I love to collect things from my childhood. So it's like, that's one of the things that I look for. And one of the things that make me happy is to just find something from my childhood. And if I can find something that somebody else likes and it makes them happy, it makes me happy. So it's fun. And it can become addicting, very addicting.
It is addicting. It is addicting. And I'm the same way, Mel. I don't know anything about a lot of the moderns that you guys bring. I'm just like so lost when you guys are bringing these modern plush. But nothing, like this really made me happy. I'm just going to show you. Because this is right. Okay, so my youngest brother is 6 years younger than me. And I raised him. He's like my big baby, He's a police officer now. He's actually a minister / became an ordained minister and then became a police officer. But he used to have these. And I was so excited when I found these, and I thought everybody would want them.
Yeah.
No,
Somebody on Etsy will want that.
it's
Guaranteed.
because it's from my era, and it made me so excited when I found them. So I know that feeling, Mel. You just get there's a lot of emotions around selling plush.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing too is when you're at the bins, you know that this is their end game. So they're no longer going to go to a retail store. They're going to go in a landfill. They're going to get, however they dispose of it, it's gone. So it's hard not to be like he hates when I grab Squishmallows. Okay. I know you've seen the room. We've got a ton, and Build-A-Bears. He loves to grab Build-A-Bears, but when you're at the bins, it's so hard not to grab it because
It is.
you're paying, pennies on the pound for some of this stuff.
Yep.
So
I agree.
It's hard to let it go. It's hard to not bring it home. It's, and even the ones, sometimes I find, you've seen the ones that I find that are so trash and dirty. I paid 25-50 cents for it. I look at it as a challenge. I want to see if I can fix it. I want to save it.
Do excellent.
Yeah.
I have a lot to learn about that. I have a couple really old Hello Kitties over there that are pretty grungy, and I gotta get them cleaned up. But
A lot of people will say, like, okay, so here's the thing. I will wash it I will spot treat it and wash it one time. I will not dry it if it still has residue or doesn't look like I wouldn't buy it, so I wouldn't sell it. and I do it again. Here's the thing. I wash all the plush that comes through here, even when I buy from resellers, because if at some point I want to resell it, I want people to know that, yes, I did wash it and I, whatever. What's that time worth to you? I found that Hello Kitty Build-A-Bear that looked like a demon child. Some poor baby was upset and took it out on this plush. We sold it for $45. What is 2 wash cycles and a little scrubbing worth to you?
Right. Exactly.
Now, I will say it doesn't always come out. It doesn't always look beautiful. There are times where if someone has washed and dried something before I got to it, it's a lost cause, because we all know once heat hits a stain, it's set. There's nothing we can do about it. No amount of time in the sun or anything is going to fix it. However, for those that have had that problem where their child has spilled or they have or whatever, and they just donate it, get rid of it, there's still a chance I can try.
Right.
So I think sometimes we should take the chances on those things that people just leave because they don't see the effort. And it really, honestly, a lot of times doesn't take much at all, so.
The funny thing is the last time I was at the Chaska Bins here in Minnesota, I was the only plush person in there. Nobody else was.
Oh, I love
Nobody
that.
else was looking for plush. It was like, what in the world is happening? I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was a Saturday.
And that should have been the day there was like 20 jelly cats, right?
I couldn't believe it. And that's why I had like 6 carts before I left there. I had 6 carts of plush. It was crazy. So
what I like about plush is you're selling the feeling, right? So, and that's with anything. Just keep in mind that it's not the item, it's the feeling that's tied to it. Yeah. So a lot of times you're healing an inner child, or not to get like weird about it, but that type of approach to selling is why we enjoy selling plush and why we decided to niche down to that. So that's kind of the thinking behind it. But I think there's a lot of room for that. Selling toys is always going to be hot, always going to be a thing, because people are buying back their childhood. So through nostalgia.
What I think is so interesting too is like Christine's in Florida, which is 2 states away. Ruth Ann, you're in Minnesota, right? All 3 of us could get the same plush at different times. Mel as well. We could all get the same plush, and we're in 4 different states.
Yep.
Oh, and you could sell it. I could sell it. I could not sell it. So, but when it comes to other things like T-shirts and stuff, or like glassware, plush, I just think there's such an abundance of it, and there's so much room for everybody to sell it. I just,
I hope so. I hope so. Looking at all of our rooms, looking at all 4 of our rooms, I hope so.
I love it when we all have the same thing in our show. That when I'm like, wow, what are the chances?
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you found yourself, now that you've been looking at plush and doing more with plush, that you can watch somebody's show or just know exactly what that brand is yet?
Yes, I'm learning the
How
brand.
does that feel?
I noticed that Christine bought the bubblegum Bum Bums from me this week, and you had it on your shelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
You had one just like it on your shelf.
Yeah, it's crazy because I can watch Christine and she's showing something up. I'm like, oh, she's got a Douglas. Oh, she's got a Bun Bun. Oh, she's got this. It's so crazy once you start niching down, or even if you expand to learn something new, how the evolution of that, and then you watch somebody's show and you're like, oh, I have a problem, because I can just look, not touch, not feel it, not, have it in my hand and look at the tush tag and be like, oh, I know exactly what she has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, you could do it with like a teddy bear.
Unless you're Sean and somebody can ask for something and he'll have no clue what they're talking about, even though we have it right here at the show.
Although there was a little bit
I'm kind of like Sean.
I move my stuff around too much, and I get used to being in one spot, and then I move stuff around because I want to get stuff seen, because I don't think it might be missed during a show, and next thing you know, I look like an idiot out there.
That's not really my problem. My problem is I don't know what it is they're talking about. They'll request something, and I'm like a deer in the headlights.
The fugglers.
Fugglers.
I'm not
what the fug is a fuggler?
Shows the Mario ghost, and it has teeth.
Yes.
Someone came in and said, do you have fugglers? She's like, I don't know what that is. So I was writing, it has white teeth. So she goes and gets the ghost.
The
And
ghost,
she's like this, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to explain what it is.
Well,
There's so much lost in
Yeah.
between the live and the chat.
right, yeah. I will say though, watching your shows, especially, I love your unapologetic.
Yes.
It is what it is. Like specifically when someone says, "Can you bundle?" You're like, "It's already $2. How much cheaper do you want it?"
Yes.
I love that
That's
because
my
this is the
favorite.
thing. Here's the thing. We as buyers, whether we're collectors or resellers, we come to Whatnot because it's an elevated yard sale, right? We know we're going to pay a little bit more, but we try
Yes.
to get a bargain. So I love the fact that you are unapologetically like, no, or if someone says
What can I
something like,
say? I believe in complete transparency.
well,
Yes.
I mean, and I'm here for it. I for sure am here for it. Like, I'll be texting Christine. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. This is great. Like, because sometimes people just need to be like hit in the
Yes.
face, like, no. And then you get some people when they come in, they're like, well, maybe I can't. No, we're already, here's the thing that I don't, yes, I don't, here's the thing I think people don't understand, and not to get too like money wise, but okay, I'm gonna run this, right? I bought this for $3. Okay. Let's just say I bought this for 50 cents. I'm gonna run it for $2. Whatnot is already gonna take 30%, right? Isn't it 8%? By the time I'm done selling this for $3 when I bought it for 50 cents, maybe I made $1. So
Maybe.
I think maybe with shipping, costing materials, if you want to
Your
put all that
time.
other stuff in, right? So I sometimes I admire Sean and Mel for their prices because I'm just like, I don't have the balls because I know how much we pay for it. But on the other side of it, when they sell it and make that money, I'm like, damn, I wish I had thought of that because we have already set the standard that we are low sellers, and now if we were to try to transition and ask for more, it's like crickets. So I think it's when you start out, you just have to start that expectation. So that's why I say for you, when someone asks, you're like, no, like there's no.
It's like what Gina just said. It kind of got up there. Gina just said, I don't know how you do it. Well, this week, I just decided to do it with a smile on my face.
Yes.
It was like, because I think somebody asked me to run the same thing like 3 times and nobody bought it.
Douglas.
Yes.
And I was just like, here's what I
Douglas.
got.
It's always the Douglas people.
Here's what I got. Here's what I
Yeah,
got.
we're like Webkins. Yeah, Webkins.
I'm not running anything unless you say.
Just ask 60 about Webkins. He'll tell you all about it.
I got a new Webkins today. Look at this one.
I think even if we put in our show notes, it would still be.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It
doesn't matter.
Offenders.
Speaking of repeat offenders, this is a good time to talk
show
about.
notes most of my life.
Oh,
Do people check show notes?
So,
Do people check show notes?
I don't know. I've never checked it.
I don't ever check show notes. Like I don't ever come into your show and say, "Oh, I wonder if there's show notes."
So we're just,
right? I don't even think about it.
We're just gonna take this opportunity. So those of you who want to jump in, please do. This buyer right here, buyer beware. Okay, or no, sorry, seller beware. This person is desperately in search of a Build-A-Bear Sisu. They have been kicked out of Build-A-Bear groups on Facebook. We know because we're in them, so we can learn about Build-A-Bear so we can sell them appropriately. So we sold a Sisu Build-A-Bear with tag about a month ago after I came back from DC. He messaged us and asked us who we sold it for during a live. First of all, I'm never going to get out someone's information who I sold something to. Within days of this sale, Ryan was reached out to. Sean was reached out to. Tennessee Treasures, Ellie, she just texted me today. Courtney, Mama Cat Thrifter, she's been messaged. So I have come to believe that this person right here is messaging all of our followers to find out if they have this. The message is the same. It's copy and pasted. So with that being said, if you are a seller, I highly suggest that you just go ahead and block this user on Whatnot because it's at this point it's
basically
harassment.
creeping everybody to try to get that flush.
To try to get it.
It's insanity.
Yes.
So there's a lot of that and Whatnot, which is why I just kind of wanted to highlight your thoughts, Ruth Ann, on people that we ask for the same thing multiple times. I think we already covered that, right? And then B, the people that are like this particular buyer, what would your response be?
Well, first of all, sometimes it's legitimately just a different person that comes in and asks for it.
Mhm.
You know, so what I've started doing in my shows is when people ask for the Webkins, I don't even run them. I just show them what I've got.
Yeah.
And I just say to them, if you want one of them run, tell me which one it is. Because I'm not going to run on a train where you only have 60 minutes.
See?
I'm not going to run 5 Webkins and waste that time. Just tell me the one you want and I will run it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of one thing that I've started to do. And because legitimately, sometimes it just is a different person that just popped in.
Right. And I feel like we punish the one person, you know, it's like the one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. And I know we say this every show, but we personally have 2 full laundry baskets of Douglas before they even were hot on Whatnot. We just always carried them. They're cute. They're really
good. They're a good
good
plush.
brand.
Yeah.
Okay. And every time
with the rubber hose, Jeff, you must be my age. That phrase "up your nose with a rubber hose" comes right out of the 70s.
and every time we go ahead and say, sure, we'll run them, we'll show you. It's already have that. Now, mind you, it gets exhausting, and I try not to be ugly, but I'm telling you, one of these days we're gonna do a live, and that shit's going right in the fire, and I'm gonna light it. I just can't imagine.
We'll make sure we co-host with the Patriot Reseller 60.
There you
We
go.
tend to do that because he mentioned it in his show last night as well, that he's to the point where that's the option. So yeah, we don't want to shame buyers because
Colin's
we
on the
appreciate
move.
them.
You're a great mod. I've just noticed that Colin's on the move is a great mod. Very active mod.
I just hope if there are buyers out there watching, we do appreciate you coming in our show, and you know, whether you're sharing, purchasing, just hanging out, but just know the constant asking of certain things, it is taxing on us, and please be patient with us as well, just as we try to be patient with y'all, because it just feels like we're being thumbed and needled every show for the same thing. It's like the same.
And I've honestly, in the last month, since I had my little meltdown that Bob kind of experienced, I've really gotten different in the last month on my shows. I'm much more I've just decided to come into my shows and just be happy-go-lucky and just not give a rat's patoot about really what's happening. Just engage with the people in my show that I know are there and love me. And because it's like the longer I'm on, the more, like about a month ago, I had 2 bullies in my show. And that really shook me to have bullies in my show. Luckily, I had a couple people in my show. Ladybug Latrell was in, and she just kind of took charge of the whole situation. And but ever since then, I've just gotten, like you said, like you're making a comment about how assertive I am. Like, nope. That came after the bullies, because I'm a pleaser, and I want everybody to be happy, and I want to make everybody happy. And that's a fault.
It's hard.
It's actually to a fault. And after I experienced that bully that night, I just decided I can't be this way anymore. I have to be happy-go-lucky, assertive, and not bend over backwards to the point of hurting myself.
Your detriment, yes, absolutely.
So that's why I've gotten that way in the plush shows. When somebody wants it cheaper, or nobody brings their plush cheaper than me.
Right.
You do have great prices. I will say that.
I mean,
nobody brings their plush cheaper than me. So
I buy from you to resell or add to a bundle for sure. Like,
if somebody comes in my show and wants it cheaper, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Here, how about Merry Christmas? Here, I'll send it to you.
Or let me tell you what, my favorite show I was in, when I'm not going to say their name, asked for someone else to ship that bunny. I private message you, said bitch run that, because I'm gonna buy it, because I was so frustrated that some people have the audacity. Now that same buyer that didn't buy has also been in our show and said, hey, can you just send me that Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
That was funny that night. I was just like, seriously?
I'm charitable. I will give you whatever, but like, just to have the balls or the audacity to be like, hey, can I have that? Like, what?
At least give me a hey girl, hey.
We had the one lady pop in. As soon as she popped in our show, her immediate response was, so which one do I get to pick for free? And we just looked at each other like, what the hell did we just miss? Because I have no idea. Did I run something? Did there was a giveaway? I have no idea what happened, but they just expected to come in and pick something for free because they entered the show. So you're always going to find those.
I think Drifting Thrifters is right. Drifting Thrifters is right. You are giving good deals, and people think you're giving good deals because you're desperate to throw some numbers down, you know. And I give good deals because most of my plush I pay in Mora. You go out garage selling, a lot of times I pick up really good plush for $1/4 a piece. You know,
I wish we could do that here. I mean, I'd say that, but we do so well. But like, it's garage sales are just not for us here, unfortunately. So
a lot of times you'll find at the end of the driveway here, the whole plush bin is, you can take whatever you want for free from the plush, because
that's awesome.
You know, it's just so I don't really feel like I need an arm and a leg for my plush.
Listen, if I'm in your show and that happens, you're a givey goblin, and if I'm a mod, you're booted. Just FYI.
I'm with you, Levi.
Yeah, and
Amanda.
I can't, like, here again, I am the most generous person. I not to brag, I feel that I have a generous heart. I am willing to do whatever if I can.
Yeah, she does.
I just think the level of expectation sometimes of people just to come in and automatically have their plate and fork ready for you to fill it. It's like, can you at least say, hey, how are you first? Just, you know, like,
give me that hey girl, hey.
and you know, I say this also too because, you know, I've had many conversations where Christine's like, Amanda, don't feel bad, because I'm like, oh, I'm running this, and I'm like, oh shit, somebody else bid. She's like, that's what Whatnot's for, and I'm like, yeah, but they asked for it.
That really shocked me that she felt bad that somebody wanted something and then someone came and bid, and she's over there feeling bad, like, oh, they didn't get it, and I'm like,
this is why I said go talk to Christine and ask her.
That's what we want. We want the people to fight for it.
That's right. That's what commerce is.
Yeah. They're both her and Bob are like, that's what Whatnot's for. Then if you can't be on Whatnot, if you can't,
it's an auction. Let it be an auction.
And then the other thing too is, you know, we sell little people. I love selling Fisher Price little people, and I've gotten to the point where I tell people I have another one. He's like, don't you dare tell them you have another one, because let them bid for it. And I'm like, I feel.
I know.
But there is, and I think most auctioneers will tell you that, right? Just let it be what it's going to be. Let it be organic. If they want it, they'll buy it.
Yeah, that's right.
There's plenty of people, I'm sure, you know, Sean and Mel, you feel that way too. Like, if they want it, they'll bid for it, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I say that because the other night I was like, hey, Levi was in our show. His daughter loves little people. And I was like, hey, I found a Harry Potter set. I'm going to run it for $5. And I ran the other one for whatever. And he didn't get it. And I was like, oh, shit, but I have another one. And he still didn't get it. And I felt really bad. But I guess that is true. If he really wanted it or saw the value and was wanting to pay more, he would have.
That's
you know, but my internal was like, oh, God, I feel bad.
That's right.
So
that's right. If somebody wants it, they just got to keep bidding. I mean,
right, and that's why I say I admire you when people love. You're like, no, like
that's why I have Bucky.
Yeah,
that's why I have Bucky, because I wanted him.
So for those of you that don't know, we did bring a Bucky Beaver to the Nashville Reseller Meetup, and we had resellers and YouTubers and podcasters sign it. And Ruth Ann is the proud owner. She bid the highest of everybody. And because of her, we were able to make a generous donation. So go ahead and say it, because I can't.
The Alabama Foster and Adoptive Parent Association.
So
for fostering, they help a lot with kinship care and other foster needs. So
she is the proud owner of the Bucky Beaver. And next year we're gonna bring a giant cow, a Chick-fil-A cow, and there'll be plenty of room.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
It's very big. So hopefully, but the difference is next year we're gonna auction it off. I think at the event, so that way
that's smart.
Yeah, because if someone wins it there, you don't have to worry about shipping it. They could just take it with
right.
them, and I just think it might generate more too.
And everybody loves Chick-fil-A. Let's see it real for a second.
Yes. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A.
That mac and cheese.
Oh, I know.
I love their chocolate shakes.
Oh, yeah.
See, we don't have many Chick-fil-A's here in Minnesota, but when I'm in Idaho, we go to Chick-fil-A all the time.
That's
Mm.
that
What's
piece.
your-
shape. I
Yeah,
like
what's
that.
your go-to meal when you're sourcing?
Chipotle.
Yeah, that's us. That's ours.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's my go-to. It's my go-to almost all the time.
Circle K hot dog, because that's all she gives me time for.
Jeff says his signature was worth $100 alone. What did you guys say?
Ruth Ann will appreciate this, Ruth Ann.
So Amanda's such a slave driver that the only thing I have time for when it comes to a snack is a Circle K hot dog from the roller. I'm like, I'm lucky if I can get that. I say, can I have a drink or a bathroom break, boss? I feel like I'm in Shawshank Redemption asking, hey,
Always
can
pick
I
up
get
a
a
banana.
bathroom drink? Oh, see? Her go-to
I guess
snack.
I gotta bring a banana to Nashville.
Carl's
We're gonna have to
favorite
sign.
snack.
Hey, all right, you guys bring the big Chick-fil-A cow. We'll bring the big banana. What's Ryan and Christine gonna bring to get signed? And we'll just do a big old. We don't need
Shark. A big shark.
I also have French fries from Steak and
Yep.
Shake, Christine.
Oh my gosh, look at that big banana.
Man, you just made my banana go hide.
Oh, that's funny.
It's coming to you.
That's so funny.
Give that one to
I
Bob.
got this. Who did I get this from? I think I got this from 60. I think.
I
I
think
don't
so.
know, but I bought it specifically for you.
I absolutely love the Wednesday crowd.
Yeah.
And this week we got to experience Crazy Bill.
Oh,
Yes.
where is he from?
He's
Where's his
from
accent from?
he's from the East.
Where did you
I think
meet them,
Ohio.
Cynthia?
Ooh, he's gonna be mad. No, he's from out east, farther east. Where are they from?
Like Connecticut, like East
His
Coast?
address is right over there on the wall, but I can't read it from here.
Where did you meet him?
On Whatnot.
Oh.
He's a renegade. So when I first started on Whatnot, we were Ladybug Latrell and Maddie June Creation started the Renegades, and I was one of the admins, and Vintage and More 101, and I and Ladybug and Maddie June were admins, and basically for the first year we mentored new sellers. We had multiple trains a week, sellers how to ride trains, and Ladybug and Maddie June still do some renegade work and teaching, but Vintage and I, since Nashville, have kind of we still are very active in the Renegades, but we're not administrators anymore on the train. So that's where I met Bill, though. And Bill, good night, Gina. Bill he was the guy that really straightened up shipping in my head. He's very good. He's a very good teacher. He has a Saturday morning teaching show, and he's very good. And his shows are like on crack. I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah.
His shows are
I
crazy.
had
3
to follow
Seconds Sudden
him.
Death. I was like,
Yes,
holy
I know
shit.
you had to follow him. I actually felt bad for you.
I felt bad doing it. Like I'm not fast, and I was like, I felt like I had to be like.
Now, did you guys
Lord,
meet? Did you
I
meet him at all?
No,
before
I didn't
my
even know
show.
he. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
he was
at
in
the
Nashville.
meetup.
He was in Nashville,
I
but
can
what
see him.
what he did was he came in. He came in on Friday night. They got in late, so late, and they were starving. And I gave him my leftover dinner, and he went up to his room, and I never saw him again until.
Wow.
Because what he did was he went out and bought a storage unit, and he sold it while he was in Nashville. He went up to the room, and he had an auction from his hotel room all day.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
That's why we didn't see him. He worked the whole time he was there. He's
Wow.
an animal. He's an animal. And Amy, his lovely wife, she is such a kind, gentle creature.
Wow.
No offense, Bill. Not that you're not Bill, but they are
Yeah.
polar opposites. Polar opposites.
Wow.
I
So,
know. I
and
couldn't
she's
believe
selling
it.
on Whatnot now too.
I
So
couldn't believe it. 3 seconds sudden death. You don't even have time to swipe.
Yeah.
yeah, but he did
I
well.
got a couple things from him, but
Yeah.
I was just like, did I win? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you think, how is he keeping this straight?
Oh, yes.
Well, I think he said he had his daughter and she was getting caught up for a moment. Remember,
Yes.
backed up or something. So
Yeah, she was
that's
helping
quick.
him.
Yeah.
Even though they've done the 30 seconds prior to the, if you don't preload the 30 seconds prior to the purchase, it's still not mathing.
Yeah,
It's
and the
still haven't-
video receipts on a
Oh,
on
no.
a show
what I'm
like
saying.
that,
Yeah.
the video receipts are just a cluster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before they did this 30 seconds prior to the sale, there was so many shows. We were watching footage for an hour just to figure it out. And Bob was like, it's Whatnot. We'll just give him a refund at this point. But I can't imagine. So we started doing the stickers and just making sure that we write the name, and it's been fine. But you would think that the platform would be just a little bit more accurate at the timestamp of the purchase, because the payments process, why can't the capture of the, you know what I mean?
Right.
The fact that we can even do this, honestly, in real time from a software point of view is amazing to me.
Oh,
anyways.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
this is usually when we open things up to the crowd for questions.
Or if there's anything that we haven't touched upon, Ruth Ann, that you would like to talk about, please feel free. We know from some of your lives that at one point you had vocal talent that you utilized. Do you want to talk about that?
You know, I forgot about that. I was going to bring some, I forgot to dig some of my albums out. Yeah, for many years of my life, I was a stage singer. While I was a cosmetologist and mother, I was also earning money by singing. But then when my kids hit college, then I had to make some real money, you know. So then I stepped up my game working, and I kind of my singing life kind of went on the wayside, because in order to sing the way I did, it's like being an athlete. I mean, I would, you know, I had 25 hours of rehearsal a week in order to do what I did, you know. So I don't do much singing anymore, but I used to be I used to do a lot of singing all over the United States.
That's amazing.
and recorded too, right?
And I recorded 2 albums on my own, and then I got a partner, a vocalist partner, and we recorded 3 albums together. So that was a really fun time of my life.
Do you have extra copies of those?
I do. I have extra
You could run
copies.
it on Whatnot.
Yeah, maybe I'll throw in a couple. And I did only Christian music.
That's okay.
Perfect.
I was I mean, I did some secular music, but that was not really my.
What is your favorite worship song to sing?
One of my favorites probably is Michael W. Smith's "Above All Powers." That's a pretty old song, though. I mean, I'm a lot older than you guys, so some of my favorite vocalists were Michael W. Smith, Selah. I've done a lot of Selah. Twyla Paris. I mean, these are all people that you guys might not even know.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Bob might have, but
We're closer in age than you think, Ruth Ann.
Yeah.
So Jeff has a
Sandy
question.
Patty, you must know Sandy Patty.
No, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, those were all vocal. Well, you have to know Michael W. Smith.
I do.
Yeah.
I
It's hard not to be a Christian and not know that.
Yes.
Michael W. Smith is the only Christian music artist to ever win the Entertainer of the Year.
Wow.
So he's the only time that it's ever happened. So
Jeff has a question for you.
okay, Jeff, favorite flowers. Oh, favorite flowers. That's hard because Pete and I are both, well, I'm not anymore, but we are both Minnesota master gardeners, and so flowers are our gig. We probably have 25,000 perennials in the ground.
wow.
And
Holy.
it's a big job, but we love our flowers. And I would say my favorite flower is, I know Pete's would be a Martagon lily, and mine is probably a Baptisia, a false indigo. Is probably my favorite flower in the garden, and I love peonies.
Peonies are pretty. There's
All
so many
right,
colors.
Amanda, spill, Amanda. You look like you look like Sylvester with the Tweety bird in his mouth.
Charlie is laying next to Bob,
Our beagle.
and she
Loves your
she's
voice.
snoring so hard, and it's like.
That's funny. I don't hear her.
I don't know how
Don't
you
hear her.
can't. I'll take a picture of her. But
What do
yeah.
you like to do for fun? Collins on the Move says, "What do you like to do for fun?" I am a lifelong fisherman. I love to fish.
Hmm.
Because you're the catch of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I've been fishing
Ryan,
since
that
I
was
was
funny.
like
Ryan,
able
that
to
was
walk.
funny.
Somebody pull his string. He's not talking.
Let's see. What else do I like to do for fun? I don't know. Since I started reselling, there isn't much time for, stuff. Do you guys notice that? Since you started
You
reselling,
have to be intentional. Yeah, you have to be intentional with your time.
yeah, you have to be intentional with fun. So
Especially if there's no separation of your product versus where you work. I know for all of us, our stuff is in our home. We
right.
don't have the luxury of having a storage unit with our stuff in it. So it's everywhere. So you're guilty. I know for me, I feel guilty if I'm not doing something while I'm at home that I could just easily be listing while listening to a movie or whatever. I feel like I can't separate. I can't get away from it. Even we put everything in the whatnot room, I still have the laptop at my fingertips to list or whatever. So you definitely have to be intentional with your time away from that aspect of it. For sure.
So Collins on the Move. I know that you always say that you're entertaining and you're cooking for people. Collins's question is, Chrissy, do you enjoy cooking and what do you like to cook?
I'm kind of so I have been cooking my whole life for big crowds. And if I wasn't working 50, 60-hour weeks, I would love cooking. And I'm kind of the fat farmhouse wife cook. I love to cook. I love, like this week, I made a huge pot of homemade meatballs and mashed potatoes and gravy. And right now I've got about 100 squash brewing in my garden that I can hardly wait to start cooking. And so I would say that I do love to cook, except it gets exhausting when you're working so many hours a week. So in this house, I'm blessed to live with a man that absolutely loves leftovers. So I will cook I'll cook a huge meal. Like when I go away, when I went to Nashville, I made a big pot of chili and a big dish of my sherry chicken, my sherry wine chicken, and it goes on wild rice. And I made those, and he ate them for 2 weeks while I was gone. He ate the same thing for 2 weeks, and he loved it.
Damn,
I mean,
that's rock star status.
He would eat the same pot of chili for 10 days.
I love Pete the Postal Bitch.
Yes.
Love him.
So he's pretty easy, and he loves food. And when we first got together, it was a little difficult because his first wife, who he lost to cancer, was a phenomenal cook. And her and I, so I've known Pete almost my whole life, because his family owned our small town variety store. They owned it for I think it was open for 55 years. And
I wonder he's so supportive of what you do, Ruthann.
And then of course I knew his previous wife, and she was a gourmet cook. So at first it was a little hard because I felt like I had big shoes to fill, but he seems to love my gravy and meatballs. So he seems happy with the food. So,
Ryan's shaking his head. No, we need different every day, right, Ryan?
Different every day. Oh, Ryan.
I used to be able to eat leftovers, but now I can't anymore. I can eat it one time. I'm good.
So then, do you do some of the cooking?
I'll grill, but I don't.
Ryan does make a really good steak. I'm not going to say it because it's going to be taken out of context, but
here we go.
I know
his steak.
Chef's kiss.
Better than Bob's.
I can grill a steak.
Yeah, I can too.
I'll grill
I am a
Oh,
steak
chicken.
snob.
Yeah, the first time I was down there and Ryan made steak, I was like, oh, it's like butter. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, sometimes it's about what kind of steak you bought too.
That is
So-
true.
I think also you have to love and like what you do too. I think that comes through in what you know, just like anything else. But also Chrissy wants to know, do you wear gloves or no gloves when you go to the bins?
Gloves, they're right over here. I'm going to go get them because they're kind of special.
Nice.
I love her.
At least I thought they were right over here.
She's awesome.
She had nothing to worry about.
Dude, I thought they were right there. Dang it. They're cotton gloves, and then they have the little rubber beads on them so that it's
The
easier
grips.
to grab things.
Nice.
So I didn't at first. I thought, oh, look at those people with gloves on. I mean, what's the big deal? And then
So you
one
touch
day,
something wet.
Oh,
I dove down in and I got cut in the bottom of the bin, and I'm
Gross.
like, oh.
That's why.
Then then I just decided after that I was
Make
wearing
sure your tetanus shot is up to date when you
Yeah,
go to the
right.
bins, y'all.
The
Right.
worst is when you grab something and it's wet and it smells sour and you're just like, oh God.
Yes.
That skeeves me out so bad.
Or when you find that banger T-shirt and it smells like cheese, right, Ryan? Damn.
Yep.
Cheese could be worse. Could be worse than cheese.
Yeah, that's the thing about clothing resales and shoe resellers. I give a lot of props out to those folks because I can only imagine what that workflow is like. So
I have something great happening this weekend. This summer I stopped at a garage sale and I was stopped because I saw the Christmas, and I walked up and I said how much. Nothing was priced, and they said everything's for free because the sale was over. You can take it whatever you want for free. And they were unpacking. They were taking all the clothes off the hangers and putting them in bags. And I said, what are you doing with everything? And she said, well, it's all going to the local Goodwill. And I said, what would you say if I told you I wanted everything in the garage? So they loaded my pickup up, and I've been selling all summer. I got like 30 bags of clothes.
That's awesome.
And I've been selling those clothes all summer long. And this week I put them in I put a big marketplace out. I put it on the Minnesota reseller connection that, I'd flip that, Joe and Nicole.
Yes.
Yep.
They did all the entertainment. So I put it on their Facebook page, and somebody's coming to get the whole lot, like 30 bags of, well, not the whole lot because I've sold some of it, but I sold the whole lot, and I got really good money for
Awesome.
Nice.
Pure profit is the best.
pure profit. They're coming to pick it up. So
For sure.
pretty
Nice.
excited about that. Nothing like used Birkenstocks with toe prints. Exactly.
they sell quick.
They sell quick.
Ruth Ann,
There's
I can't wait
brands
till
that-
Jeff. I cannot wait till Jeff gets on the.
I got two serious questions for you before
Okay.
the show ends. One, how many times have you been pulled over this year? 0. All right, let's write that one down. So far, nobody's caught
Okay,
up.
I'm just gonna go farther into that. I have not had a speeding ticket since I was 21 years old.
Oh, you're good.
Holy cow.
And then the second question is, where do you see yourself reselling in a year from now? So when we come back to you next year on the next episode and stuff next year, we revisit this. Let's see if you're accurate. Where do you hope to be in a year from now?
In your spot.
In what terms? What? I missed it.
Great answer.
Amanda said in their spot.
In your spot.
Basically, you're going to take over for Sean.
Yep.
Listen, you keep coming at me for getting detained. It's just gonna keep getting better. and
Hey,
better.
I would love
love
that,
it,
but I
Amanda.
don't want to be in their spot.
I
To
love
be
it,
fair,
Amanda.
I have not yet gotten a ticket.
I didn't say a ticket. I said pulled
Yes.
over.
Oh yeah.
So,
I don't
big
think I've been.
difference.
Have I been pulled over? I have been pulled over many times and gotten by lucky. I
But
just,
sorry,
you
where
got
do
to
you-
just put the twinkle on. Just
Sorry.
put that twinkle on.
But to answer Sean's question, where do you see yourself?
Well, how do you mean that in terms of income?
Like, do you
or
feel like you're going to scale it to a bigger, you're going to do more? Like
Yeah,
when
you
you
said you wanted
storage
more
units?
people, storage units.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would like
Do you hope to
to
be?
I would like to triple my income
Nice.
from what it is right now.
Triple, you said?
Yep,
Triple.
So is that 6 figures for you or beyond that?
6 figures.
Okay.
I'd like to go into 6 figures. A
Awesome.
year from now, I would like to be there.
Great.
I want to still sell everything, but I don't want to always. I want to have about 2 or 3 niches. I really feel the same way about glass that I do about plush. When I see like these, I found these yesterday. These are so beautiful.
Oh wow.
When I see something like this, I feel the same way you guys do about plush. I don't know what happened there. For a while, I only had Amanda.
I was
was
trying to
like
make you
all
big,
Amanda.
but it didn't work. There
Show
we
us
go.
again, Ruth Ann.
Woo, now it's all me, baby.
Show your glass.
Show your glass again.
Throw it.
There you go.
Show
Isn't
that glass.
beautiful?
Those are nice.
That detail is really nice. Does it
Yeah.
have like a gold, like, I see.
Fancy.
So
you go.
this makes me very excited when I find stuff like this. And I paid 50 cents a piece for them in my thrift store.
No,
Oh,
is there
wow.
a brand?
They're German. And I only got 3 of them, but they're still just the 3 of them I'm going to list them for about $60.
That's okay. You only need 2 friends.
That's right. That's right. So
Ruth Ann, what
anyway, so if I can't be in Sean's spot next year, Sean and Mel's spot, then I
Hey,
would.
There's
I'd
always a
love
chance you could be in Amanda's while she's incarcerated. So that you got
I mean-
options.
there's a possibility then.
I don't know. Some of these jailbirds, they've
You
got
got
Wi-Fi, and you never know.
live from Cell Block
She's gonna be
C?
showing
It's
comments like,
Amanda.
anybody want these Oreos? And
You know,
Great,
Jeff says he admires resellers that know glass. It helps to be older.
I love anybody that sells glass because I would never, because I'm so worried about it breaking and
Yeah.
That's
That's one thing we didn't talk about tonight. There's a couple things we didn't get to talk about because I kind of wanted to talk about ChatGPT, but it's been a super, super fun night. So I don't want to make it. I don't want to say that we didn't talk about great stuff, but the one thing I want to say is, I sell a lot of glass and I hardly buy. It's been months since I bought bubble wrap. Because I have like tomorrow I'm going to a store in St. Cloud and I'll probably get a pickup load of bubble wrap from this store. And today I picked up from another store. And so I go through, I can't even tell you, pickup loads of bubble wrap, but I don't pay for any of it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So
Shipping
we talked
materials
about
are free
that.
are the best.
We talked
Yeah.
about that.
John loves
What
to
is your
talk about
mindset?
shipping material.
Do you go?
Okay, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Shut up over there. We mentioned about going and asking businesses to provide them to pick up their, recycling boxes or shipping. Did you make that approach to them to ask that? Because we brought that up to maybe help new resellers. Hey, go ask.
Yep.
You got people that are willing to donate.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yep.
businesses out there that's
Yeah.
definitely.
If they don't donate it to you, they got to put it in a recycle bin.
Mhm.
They don't want to do that. They're happy with,
Yeah.
they're
because they have to
very
pay for
happy that you
removal.
will come and get it off their hands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you just have to be very diligent when they say, hey, I got a load of stuff. You got to get there. You got to drop your life and you got to get there because they don't want to sit on their pile of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
As easy
so-
as it was to get the connection, it's just as easy to lose it.
It is. It
Mhm.
is. So, but that has really, really helped me. And then I have a gal in town that she's basically homebound and she orders everything through the mail. And every other week I go and I pick up bags and bags and bags of bubble wrap and boxes. And it helps her because she can't drive, she can't get rid of her stuff, and it helps me. So it's a win-win. So if you can find multiple sources like that, then paying for packing materials, you just don't have to.
Exactly. Yep.
So
that's great, Ruth Ann. I just wanted to thank you from all of us here for coming on the podcast. Fantastic information, fantastic story.
Great laughs.
We love you so much that
Great
we
point.
wanted you to be one of
stop it.
the first ones we had on, and so I just want to let you know that the value added to our lives is great, right? And
Oh
we
my
appreciate
gosh.
you so much. Just know that we're all mentors in our own ways to you. Feel free to always reach out to us,
And
as
you
well
will
as we
be
reach
of
out to
us.
you. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So just know that as well. And we're gonna go ahead and sign off. But I want you to stick around after we're gonna end the live. I want you to stick around in the background, and we're gonna talk a little bit more. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, everything you continue to do for us, and everything you continue to do for yourself, because that's super important as well.
And our lives are forever changed for it.
I want to thank you guys too, because it means a ton to be part of the infancy of this podcast. It's so exciting to be part of the beginning of this. And I can't wait to see where this podcast is a year from now.
One day
That's-
you'll have a seat at the table, Ruth Ann, don't you?
That's going to be very exciting to see where you guys are at a year from now. And I want you to know that unless I'm sick as a dog, or I'm going to be here on Thursday nights, because
Must see YouTube TV
yeah,
on Thursday night.
yeah.
There you go.
So
Well,
I just want to thank you guys too, and I love you all, and I can't wait to be hugging you next year.
Yay.
Yep. You can't wait.
All right.
Thank you
Can't
so
wait.
much.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Until
Thank
next
y'all.
episode, we'll see you next Thursday at 8 p.m.
God bless.
Eastern. Thank you again.
Bye bye.
Take care, all.